Right, guys, so as we know, we didn't get an announcement on who were the bidders for Cineworld on the 16th of February, which is something that we thought we might be getting. And instead, what we got was this sort of filing on the K-roll, and this was point number 10. The debtors are currently engaged in an active and ongoing marketing process to locate a strategic or financial buyer of their assets with the assistance of their advisors. The debtors have been in discussions with potential sale parties regarding a value maximization transaction. Due to the inherently competitive nature of the process, revealing the identity of potential bidders may chill the marketing process by preventing certain parties from moving forward with negotiations. Disclosing the identities of the potential sale parties before a transaction is negotiated could severely hamper the sensitive discussions between the debtors and these counterparties to the detriment of the marketing process and interfere with the debtor's ability to provide the greatest value for the benefit of all stakeholders. It's nice to see us still getting mentioned. If we were about to lose all equity, I think that line might have been omitted, and I think it's nice to see that the stakeholders are still being considered in the process. One of the things that is being debated about online is like, people are like, oh, why would you not want to show bidders? Surely that would encourage other people to outbid you. So this is something actually that someone won a Nobel Prize for recently in economics. There is a Nobel Prize for economics, and this prize is for absolute brilliant works of of science. And what these two scientists went to embark on was solve an issue with auctions. So what you guys are sort of thinking about, I think a lot of you are trying to imagine a British auction, which is, I say £100, then the other guy goes, oh, okay, £110, and then another guy goes, oh, okay, £120, and then we keep on battling until one of us says the highest price. Now, you might think that is the best way to get the most money out of these people, but it's not. It presents one issue. The issue is, let's say I am willing to pay £200 and the guy next to me is willing to pay £300. Well, it will go £100 and we'll go up by 10 each time. Let's say we go up by 10 each time until I eventually say £200 and he goes £210. Well, now this is bad for Cineworld because they don't know what that person would have actually gone up to. They might think that that person possibly would have gone up to £300, but because that person knows that the other guy is only going to go up to £200, well, it's going to end there at £210, and they won't have gotten the most money. They won't have gone up to £300. So what Cineworld doesn't want the entire market knowing is what the second largest bid is, because if they know what the second largest bid is, they won't go substantially above that bid. They will come in just above the second largest bid. So what Cineworld wants is for people to come a bit higher than that. Now, there's another thing called a Dutch auction, and there's an issue with this also, but you start off with an absurd price. So let's say the thing is fair value £300, and you start off then at £600, and then you lower and lower and lower. Now, the first person to make a bid in a Dutch auction would then get the product. But what would typically happen in that is people would feel as though they paid too much for things. So it leads to a lot of buyer's remorse. And so nobody likes to participate in a Dutch auction. And then the issue with no one participating is then you end up with people with much less money. So then you again have the same issue, which is like you've got smaller pockets entering this auction because it goes down. People typically do not get good value of their purchase in a Dutch auction because the first person to bid gets the product. What these two economists did was invent a new type of modern auction that was... you know what, I could make a whole video on that. You should go watch it. But that is why you don't reveal who the bidders are, because you don't just want 10% more than the second largest bid, right? You want to know what the largest bidder is and how much you could possibly get out of them. And so, yeah, that's... Amazon obviously just want to pay a little bit more than the second largest bidder. And so if they got to see who all the bidders were, they would only just put in a little bit more than them, but because they don't know what those bids are, they'll go a little bit higher than that. That is why you don't disclose what all the bids are to this. And so we've got a month's delay. Another exciting thing about that month delay is it gives us a time to make money from Ant-Man, the most profitable period of Ant-Man. We get to make time from it, which is going to be enormous box office in domestic box office in the US. So Regal making a ton of money. US domestic box office made tons from Avatar, but I think US box office does better from Marvel films because just that's what US head out for. So we should see interesting box office figures from that on the live stream next Thursday. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Okay, hope you found this useful. Bye.